Good morning, everybody listening to Ramos Stories. This is Dan Ramos. Friday, January 28th, 2022. I'm walking around in this loft that I'm currently living in. I'm going to have to move out in the next couple of weeks, which is totally fine. It's the life of a vagabond, you know? Some people never move. Some people stay in the same city forever. And then they die. No, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to get all cryptic like that. But it's true, you know? I always thought my life was going to be in Montreal. I really did. I really, really hope to never leave Montreal. It was so good. It was so comfortable for me. Family, friends. I remember the first time leaving Montreal to move to Toronto. In 2001, I went to Dawson College, or Cégep Dawson. Graduated from the cinema and communications program, and I was the only Filipino guy there. There was another Asian dude. His name is Patrick Kwong, and go watch Star Trek Discoveries. He's in that. Patrick, I'm giving you a shout out. I am giving you a shout out because I'm going to tag your name in this story. Maybe if you're down, I could interview you. And that's going to happen. Let's just put it out there in the universe. Patrick, I'm going to come after you in a good way, just so we could talk and reminisce about Dawson. Dawson had, oh my God. Dawson was life. Dawson was food. Dawson was babes. Not Dawson's Creek. I'm talking about Dawson College. 2001 to 2003. That was during the Anthrax scare. I remember I was with my friend Myra Lou. Go check her out, Goat Bunny. Beautiful artist, wonderful artist. She met her up at the, Dawson, and then we just looked at everyone, like, just talking, it's like, oh, it's an Anthrax. They were all scared about the Anthrax scare, like, don't open this envelope because there's going to be a little bit of white powder in the Anthrax. And Myra and I didn't like people at the time. We just wanted to get to the Asian cafeteria. We call it the Asian Caf. So we would walk by people and just yell out, Anthrax. Just I got Anthrax, I got Anthrax, I got Anthrax. And we're like, what? And they would just move away, walk away from us, give us some space. Dawson was nuts. A lot of things happened at Dawson. Like, you're in the cafeteria, right? Hanging out with your friends. I got a friend named Jarrett Scott who worked at I believe it was called Conrad's, or Conrad's, rather. Jarrett worked at Conrad's, and the French fries were just freaking amazing, okay? And he would give us free fries, but he would, he'd be like, okay, just put $1 in here. just put $1 in there. Let's put $1 in the tip jar, and then he's gonna give it. And then he just gave us the fries. It was nuts. So Dawson College. Patrick went there too. He was also in the same program. I didn't take drama. I remember. Oh my God. Okay, Dawson College has this drama program, right? And not that I was jealous, but I was just like, why is everyone so loud and expressive? I took cinema and communications because I was too afraid to really go for it, you know. Growing up, you didn't see a lot of Filipinos in television or in film. Sure, if you're in the Philippines, that's all you got. But I'm talking about North American television. The only families I related to was Full House, The Tanners, Family Matters. What else? Wonder Years. But there were no Asians. The Tanners was the closest to me identifying as a family of a big family. Because look, listen, the Tanners and the Ramoses are the same, right? They got 3 girls, we got 3 boys. They got a bunch of people living in their house, so did we. Look at my uncle. Why are you wearing my socks and my underwears and my shirt? Oh, don't worry, it was in this closet, so I just picked it and then I'm wearing it. Yeah, but that's mine. Something very cathartic about talking to yourself and just listening to your voice. I would recommend everyone that's listening to do it to yourself. Try it out. Try it. Just try wherever you are. If you're in Istanbul or India or Pakistan or Bangladesh or Singapore or Austria or Australia or Japan or Chile, just take your phone and start talking. Your stream of consciousness is going to start. You're not going to stop. You're going to keep on talking and talking until you got to take a shit. And then you're going to be taking a shit and still talking in the can like me. I believe that FaceTime or video call has normalized talking in the shitter. I think so. You know, oh, don't call me, I'm in the bathroom. No, I would call my cousin or my friends and they would answer and they would just be sitting down, staring up. Oh, sorry. Yeah, staring down as they're taking a shit, but they don't, you know. You'll only discover someone if you're in the toilet, if you hear a plump, right? I was having a 3-hour conversation with someone, and the whole time they're like, what is that plump? Plump, plump. And I told them, that's how I piss. That's how I sit down and then I piss like that. My piss comes out in little balls. All right, it's 8 minutes in and I'm already talking about shitting piss balls. That is so disgusting. I had an audition a couple of days ago. Agent sent it to me. Pretty strong lead role for a movie. Now, I was excited because number 1, it was a historical piece. Number 2, it was going to be shot with an all-black cast, which was very exciting. And number 3, it would be shot in Budapest. I don't even know where Budapest is, but all I know is there's going to be a lot of Buddhas there. So I started reading the script and I read the character description. And I'd be playing a flamboyant artist. And I'm painting people. That's all I know. A quirky flamboyant. I like saying flamboyant. A quirky flamboyant artist about to paint some people. So I'm like, okay, let me get into the zone. I print out the sides, had my pen and highlighter, and then I read the first page and I nodded. And then I had to reread it again because I couldn't believe what I... Within the first couple of sentences, I'm just yelling out, slaves! And I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. This is Dan Ramos comedy, not Dan Ramos racist actor. So I read it, and I'm like, okay. And then I say the N-word, and I'm like, no! Why do I have to say... but it's not the first degree of N-word, it's the second one. There's an O in it, O-E. But my heart was just, I don't want to be in Budapest yelling out slaves and yelling out the N-word in front of a bunch of black people in the middle of nowhere. And they're just staring at me. And then what happens if they say cut? Sure, I'm in the moment. Sure, that's acting. But, yo, man, I'm a proud Filipino. I was going to say kid, but I'm 38. I'm a proud Filipino man who thinks he's a kid. I went on Instagram Live and just blurted it out to everyone, like, what should I do? What should I do? A lot of people were like, no. But some of them were like, Dad, if you took this seriously, this might be a game changer, This might be an Oscar-winning role for you. I'm like, Oscar-winning? I looked at the movie, and the freaking director is like, he already put the entire script online for everyone to read. And on top of that, there was a freaking voting thing. You're like, hey, okay, so we got the actress here, and then you can vote who's going to act. I'm like, what? I don't want to be... People they're gonna see my crappy self-tape on TikTok, and then TikTokers are gonna judge which one is deserving to get this role to be shot in Budapest, so then I can yell out slaves and the N-word. No! No. So remember, I got the email, and I immediately told my agent, yes, I'll do it. I started reading it 10 minutes later. You know what? Come to think of it, I think I'm going to pass. If this, and it's not even a Quentin Tarantino movie, okay? How can Quentin Tarantino just sprinkle the N-words everywhere and not feel any guilt? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's not the right time. Maybe it is not the right time. Acting. Patrick, Dawson, Dan Ramos. Wow. Before moving to Los Angeles, I lived in New York, and before that I lived in Toronto. Toronto was where I really learned how to bomb and fail beautifully. Fail with confidence, because I swear to God, if I went straight from Montreal to LA and realized the pains and sufferings that was going to happen here, I wouldn't have been ready. Right? Everyone in Canada is just waiting for their chance to come to the States. I know some Canadians like, oh no, I don't. I'm like, yo, you don't. You gotta move. You gotta move, you gotta groove, and that's what's happening now. The next couple of days, I'm gonna be moving and grooving. Gonna leave this lovely loft in downtown LA. It's a blessing in disguise. Let me describe to you the room right now. I'm in a big room with big windows and big dreams. That's so stupid. Dan Ramos stories or Dan Ramos comedy. Add me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. It is currently pilot season. For those who don't know what pilot season is, it's where actors are just crapping themselves, waiting to get an audition to be the lead of whatever shows are coming out in September. New shows, in fact. The waiting game. Every year. And as you wait, you gotta do stuff in between. I'm trying to force myself to finish writing a feature-length film based on a famous artist that I've admired for years. I started writing it this year, but it took, I don't know, about 5 years to just say, okay, I'll do it. I'll write it. I'll finish it. I don't care how long it takes. But just as long as I could type the end, and then I could start. But it's like, I don't know where I read this, but someone's like, yeah, write a movie and just don't think of the money. Write a movie and just don't think of the money. So write as if you have all the money in the world and there's nothing preventing me from write. Oh, and then he flies and goes to Budapest, right? I'm not gonna be, I can't afford it, so I can't really, No, just write everything. So it's the only thing I think of right now. I just want to write it before somebody actually does write it and then sells the story. It wouldn't feel right. So that's what's happening. Some of you might be wondering, is he gonna actually, you don't even freaking know. You don't know. For those who, you don't know. I also got beef with big-time directors who's never acted and never failed on stage. That's one thing. I understand how you could take directing classes, get your degree as a director. A degree. I am qualified. No. You gotta fail. You gotta go on stage. You gotta feel embarrassed. You can't just willy-nilly boss people around and not know how to see what an actor does on stage. It's just, there was one big-time director. I don't want to name whom. But when I found out that they were directing like this million, I'm like, what the how, what the, what? Huh? No, you gotta fail. You gotta know the stage. I think you gotta at least memorize, 10 lines before becoming director, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong. But I will finish that movie. And you will see it. And when it comes out in 2083, you will see. 2083. It's 2022, and when I hear people say, Yeah, I just got into stand-up 2017. I'm like, what the your baby. I remember the days when I would write down every single set. Make a note of it. Open mic here, hosting gig there. I wrote made sure I just don't know. I don't know if it was if I did 12 sets in total or a billion. Yep, someone just had a heart attack. And there comes the EMT. I swear, there's always some little noise or some sounds happening here. The worst is when you're trying to do a voiceover, and yesterday, I'm doing a voiceover for this cartoon, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And all of a sudden, you just hear someone outside going, ah! And you're like, why is Michael Jackson ruining my tape? Start all over again. Voiceovers, cartoons, oh my God. I never thought I could be in the voiceover game. I never even booked a cartoon, but you know what? The auditions are still coming, and I want to thank you. Whoever, I don't know who online is looking at what, but was it the troll sketch I did in 2005? Was that why Yeah, let me do some voices right now. Cartman from South Park.
Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, so Kenny, hey, what's that over here? You guys got beefcake? You got beefcake? Mother, respect my authority. Respect my authority.
Okay, that's enough. That's Louis Anderson, if you guys remember Life with Louis. R.I.P. Louis Anderson. This is my impression of Louis Anderson's dad in Life with Louis.
Louis!
Sorry.
Louis! Get over here, Louis.
What is it, Dad?
Louis, your mother wants to talk to me. I don't know if I can do it.
What is it, Dad?
Louis, your mother wants me to eat her out.
Dad!
It's true!
This is not good for my career. Okay. Kermit the Frog. Yeah, Kermit the Frog here. All right, that's stupid. And Miss Piggy. Hiya, Frog! Kermit? Yes? Kermit, come to bed. No. Why? Why don't you want to come to bed, Kermit? Is it because my place looks like a... Yes, your place is a pigsty. But Kermit... Oh, baby Kermit. But I love you. Yeah, I love you too. Hey, it's Raymond. Everybody loves me too. No! Who was that? No! I think that was just me yelling out no. Des fois, quand je parle en français, il y a des personnes ici à Los Angeles qui pensent que je suis fou. Hein? Comme vous, maintenant, tu penses que je dis des mots random. Hein? Ben non, c'est québécois. OK? Il y a probablement 3 ou 4 personnes à Montréal qui vont écouter ça et vont dire « Hey! Quoi, il parle en français? C'est le Filipino, là? Un Philippin? Ouais, je parle en français. OK? Puis toi, Toi, tu comprends rien, là. Moi, je vais parler encore. Puis toi, you're gonna be like, yo, what is he saying? I'm not gonna translate any of that shit. Life is crazy. I was on the Instagram, checking out life, and Mitch Natiro, Donkey Dog. What's up, Mitch? Mitch, I'm gonna have to interview you. I'm putting your name down so I could tag you, and then, Mitch Natiro, amazing actor, really funny dude. I wish I see more of his sets, but Mitch posts up this cartoon from the Cartoon Network on its Instagram of it's called Cave in the Creek or something, and it shows two kids, black kid and a Filipina chick, visiting her grandma, her Lola, and the Lola wasn't even speaking Tagalog, she was speaking Bisayan. Okay? Filipinos don't speak Filipino, okay? We speak Tagalog, but we say Filipino, just, you guys don't say tag-along, which is kind of embarrassing, so it's Tagalog, okay? Say it with me, everyone that's not Filipino. Tagalog, okay? Not tag-along. So there's a couple of other dialects, I'm going to say billions of other Filipino dialects, but the one that they showed on the Cartoon Network was of Bisayan, and I'm like, this is so crazy. My mom was like, Dad, you tell everyone that we're from Bisaya, okay? The city of, the Capi City. And I'm like, yes. And so I'm watching this cartoon, and I'm like, why do I understand the Lola talking? And there were no subtitles. And I slapped my knee and it said, oh my God. Cartoon Network for the freaking win. Shook my core, shook my soul. I went on Instagram and I made a little story of, I just said, Cartoon Network, you are, wow, bold, beautiful, and just brilliant. So thank you for that. And I posted it up, let everyone see the cartoon of the Filipino, and 20 minutes later, I get an audition from my voiceover agent. What's up, Dean? Paterno. And it's for the Cartoon Network, and I would get to play the role of a Lolo, a Filipino grandfather. And I'm like, what the frick? I read it. Beautiful. I wasn't yelling out slaves or anything or the N-word, you know what I mean? If you call back to what I was saying before. But yeah, I was just like, so I put out that good energy, stewed for 20 minutes, and then got the audition. I don't think my agents are just waiting for me to tweet and then they're like, hey, he's tweeted about that, so let's give him this audition. No. It was all in motion. It was all in commotion. So Cartoon Network, thanks again for that opportunity. Please hire Erick Bauza and not me. I'm kidding. Yo, Eric! That's another Filipino guy. Filipino-Canadian voiceover mogul. Woody Woodpecker, Bugs Bunny. Dude, he's done it all. Go check out Erick Bauza, please. And maybe hopefully one day Erick Bauza could be on a show with me and we could jam. I would like that. I would really like that. So that's my call to the wild. Friday, January 28th, 2022, Ramos Stories. This was a nice little quick one. Thanks for listening, and I'm going to be doing this consistently. Can't even say it right, but you know what I mean. All right, peace. Love ya. Bye. Oh, and also, go watch Malignant on HBO Max. It's back. Okay? Add, follow, subscribe, Dan Ramos Stories. Find me on Instagram, Twitter, Dan Ramos Comedy, everything. Okay, peace.